Hi, hope everyone's doing alright. You alright, mate?
I am not doing bad, thanks. Yourself?
Aye, not too bad. Welcome along to Poké Reiver and Nolly. This is the weekly shout-out series for Pokemon fans where we ask the questions that you've always wanted to ask. This week we're asking which location would make a good Pokemon region, and we'll be giving our answers at the end of the episode. But let's find out what you all had to say about last week's question.
Yeah, okay. Last week's question we asked, what's the best use of a Pokemon move? And let's discuss what you had to say.
1/4 power suggested a canny few moves like.
Yeah, did he not? So, first one was, grab some Insomnia with Worry Seed, and then I can crack an all-nighter. One thing I don't get is, they wanted to use Feather Dance to get some feathers for a pillow. Why do you need a pillow if you can't sleep?
You need to think out of the box, mate. Maybe it's for an angry Snorlax or something like that. Did you see that he's running PTU?
Yeah, I read about that. What actually is that?
So, imagine the Pokemon Game Boy games translated into a tabletop RPG.
Alright, yeah, cool, let's go on with you.
Yeah, it's really well done. It's completely free and it looks like it's been done by professionals, so like you could imagine that Wizards of the Coast or something like that made it. It's got all these extra add-on books as well, so you can do like Pokemon in Space or Game of Thrones. It's just a bit of a shame, it's a bit of a bulky system. You basically need like binders and spreadsheets to keep track of everything.
So it's a bit more hardcore than what we've been playing.
Aye, so Masks is like Rule Light, that's the game we've been playing. This one's proper heavy. But if you want to play something that's identical to the Pokemon games, it's proper spot on like.
Nice.
We also got a comment that was the complete opposite.
Hi, this comment got taken down. I wonder why. What a legend the guy is.
Yeah, it wasn't exactly the most mainstream of replies, but it did get us thinking about what nightclubs would be like in the Pokemon universe. Zatu wanted to use a puzzle, a track to help him get lasses. You're not thinking hard enough about this, mate. You could have used Puzzle and Minun to charm everyone, and then people would be just buzzing their tits off.
Yeah, when they're buzzing, get Squirtle to use a bubble beam to cause a foam party. Add a smoke screen from Coffin, that'd be a proper midnight.
Aye, and you haven't seen Detective Pikachu yet, though, have you, mate? They've got a Loudrill creating some like absolute banging bass in this nightclub that they go to. But which Pokemon do you think would be working behind the bar?
Behind the bar, I would go for Machamp.
Man, that is such a good film. You should really go watch it.
Yeah, it's on the bucket list.
Well, I think you've answered what's the best use of a Pokemon move, so let's move on to this week's question.
So to remind you, this week's question is, which location would make a good Pokemon region? Remember to comment below with your answers. So what are your thoughts on the subject?
I was thinking Egypt's Valley of the Kings. So lots of pyramids and maybe the rivers play a big role in the area. Could have Pokemon based on Egyptian gods like that dog head guy.
Anubis?
Yeah, him. Aye. Known Game Freak would get a pyramid Pokemon or something rubbish like that. I reckon there'd be like a ton of cat Pokemon as well. Have like Persians running all over the place. I just think Egypt's history and mythology has a lot to give the Pokemon world. Even it's like, its architecture, like that kind of style that they usually have with the houses, would make some pretty nice villages to travel through.
But a bit of a bummer having no sand though. And again, it'd be ideal for Sandshrews and Sandsplashes.
Yeah. Which location do you think would work well then?
Well, I was thinking that the Amazon rainforest would be a good region. I mean, it's huge.
That's what she said.
Very mysterious, depending on how much of it you want to explore. You could easily make 8 small villages with gyms in which you have to go around. It's a massive river for the water Pokemon to spawn in. And the Pokemon League itself could be in the middle of the rainforest with the gyms surrounding it. And the only way you can get to the main Elite Four, whatever you want to call them, is once you have all 8 badges, and that's the only way you can get the access of it, so you can't use it as shortcuts to get to the different villages.
That's a pretty mint idea. Could be more about surviving in the wilderness. Gives like an extra level to the game. Like you have to carry rations for you and your Pokemon. Like that's the whole problem with the Amazon, isn't it? It's like hard to travel through.
Yeah, I agree. Well, that's all we've got time for this week. If you've made it this far, you're an absolute legend, and we want to hear from you. Answer the question in the comments below with the hashtag PokéParty.
And hit the subscribe bell so you're notified of next week's episode.
We'll see you all next week. Bye!
Bye!